Hey everybody, back with a brand new Mindset and Motivation Monday here on the Cabral Concept. I'm Dr. Stephen Cabral, board certified doctor of naturopathy, host of the Cabral Concept. Each and every week on Mondays, I try to bring you something that I believe is not just truly inspirational, but will allow you to then see what the next step is to take action towards the goals, reaching your highest potential in life. So today is no different. One of my favorite philosophers and psychologist is Carl Jung. And a lot of times when people start reading Carl Jung or start learning about it, they feel it's somewhat akin to Stoicism, or essentially it's following the path of working the process through life and using specific principles rather than emotions in order to guide you. And I believe that if you begin to distill it like that, you'll understand that too much of the time we allow the day and how we feel about the day to dictate what we're going to do. Right? So if we wake up and we're tired, or we wake up and we're in a bad mood, or whatever it might be, we just allow the day to get away from itself. That's really what we do. Whereas if we wake up with energy, well, we might have a good morning, but then we get a bad phone call, or something happens at work, or we get thrown off in some way, we're stuck in traffic, and it ruins the rest of our day. Instead of looking at it and saying, this is what I'm looking to accomplish today. Things will come up during the course of a day. There will be obstacles, there will be challenges. I will be thrown off maybe from time to time. But I can always come back to and self-center myself as to what I want today to be. What will the outcome for today be? How will that move me closer to my goals? But even beyond that, it's not always, of course, just about goals, and trying to achieve all sorts of specific career and relationship and all these outcomes you want. Sometimes you're looking at life as a whole, the bigger picture. And that's what I want to talk about here today, is Carl Jung's 5 pillars, as he called it, for a good life. So Jung's 5 pillars of a good life. Now, this was a great article. This was written, I believe, by Arthur Brooks. I'm going to link up the article here for you today. Again, I always love being able to give credit where credit's due. And what I want to do is dive into those 5 pillars. So written about by Carl Jung. I've really I love his work. I think it's fantastic. Of course, I probably don't agree 100% with everything, of course, like most people. And it was a different day and time. I mean, this was written many, many decades ago. But I think that the pillars that I'm about to share with you right now, they'll hold true for the rest of time. So let's get started. The first one is this: good physical and mental health. So one of the pillars, if you want to live a good, happy life, right? You want to enjoy a level of happiness, because that's what we're talking about, the good life, is that we need to improve the vessel, as I call it, that moves us through life. So if we're out of shape, and life is hard just because it's difficult to get up because we're in pain. It's difficult to be able to walk up 2-3 flights of stairs. It's challenging to be able to do normal and daily physical activity as you get older. It's not going to make life as enjoyable. It's just not. Like, that's just a part of life. That's the truth, right? The next one is this: mental health. So sometimes we address the physical health, but we're not addressing the mental. And there's a great study here, but 2013, and it showed, this was actually done in Europe, that the mental health, so poor mental health among people in the UK, Germany, and Australia, predicted nearly 2 to roughly 6 times the amount of misery as poor physical health. So if we look at it, even if someone's not in the best of health physically, difficulty walking, difficulty with mobility, moving themselves around, they can still be in better spirits and enjoy life than those people with mental health-based imbalances, sometimes 2 to 6x worse. So something to take a note of, both physical and mental well-being for the good life. All right, the next one is good personal and intimate relations, such as those in marriage, family, and friendships. So great quote to end this one, which was, happiness is love, full stop. So I think when I look at this and I kind of step back, I say, okay, I've worked with successful people in terms of transforming their body, their mind, their career, their, whatever it might be. But for them, because I've worked with highly successful people from most measures, if they didn't have that significant other or some type of connection with another person, with family, whatever it might be, they were never satisfied. they never seemed truly happy. They went from one project to the next, never really celebrated their wins. And it's always seemed like something was missing, and they were always trying to fill that void. And I think it's important that we look at that, is that work won't always go well. Our health might not always be great. We'll sometimes not be in the best shape that we want to be, right? But if we have someone else in life, whoever that may be, a significant other, that can count on us and we can count on them, life can be pretty satisfying, even without those other things. So really important that we understand that, yes, physical, mental health, very important. The physicality, that person that means something to us, or, family members as well. All of that can be part of it. All right, pillar number 3 is this: seeing beauty in art and nature. So this was fascinating to me that, Jung is talking about art and nature. Because although he, certainly talks about this, a lot of it's just based on the human mind and psychology and overcoming hardships and understanding that we all have a, kind of a dark side to ourselves and a light side, a positive side, and we need to lean more and put in more work towards the positive and the light and not discount the dark side of us, which really makes us people who we are, that we're able to say no every day to some of the temptations and things that we know aren't good for us, and instead overcome that and say yes to doing some of the work and making ourselves more positive. So that's a lot of Jung's work, but this was really nice, is seeing the beauty in the world around us. So art, nature, a representation of that, but really time to relax, time to step outside and really enjoy the wonders of the world. And I look at this as more of just the wonders. It's like, I've really stopped contemplating it in general. I really have, but it's like, what are we doing here? Like, what is here? What is all of this? I mean, this is, all those thoughts always have been with me since I was a child, and I can see it in, in my daughters as well. But it's a pretty wild one when you think about it. But if we can just stop for a moment, take a breath, take a walk outside, look out the window like I'm doing right now, and just be in amazement of nature, the universe, God, all around us can be pretty important. And I think that that's really a great pillar for a good life. And that's one of the reasons why, I love when I get to take a vacation with my family, just stop everything for a moment, just contemplate, think about, and also just enjoy. And that's a big part of the 6 weeks or so of summer that I spend in Maine too. It's just being up there, feeling the breeze, being near the ocean, putting my feet in the grass. All of these things can be pretty phenomenal for a good life. All right, the fourth one that Jung talks about is a reasonable standard of living and satisfactory work. I like this one. I really do. Because I think that the word reasonable is an excellent choice there, because this is subjective. So if there's a lot of things that you want to be, see, and do in life, then you need more income, right? Like if you want to travel the world, if you want to be able to purchase this and purchase that and have the experiences, have the material things, have all of those, well, you need to then earn more income, right? Like that's just obviously part of it. But that's subjective because not everybody wants or needs that to feel fulfilled. So what's reasonable is basically a reasonable amount is what you need in your life. You need a salary, career, or job to be able to meet those objectives and expectations, because people will be unhappy. If you have a goal to live in a 10,000 square foot house and to drive I don't know why the car Maserati just popped into my mind, but drive a Maserati and to be able to stay at like the finest hotels and all that, you're going to be dissatisfied in life if those are your goals and you can't make that happen. Right now, you can change your goals, but if that's something that really speaks to you and you really want that for yourself for whatever reason it may be, hopefully it's a healthy reason, then you're not going to be satisfied. But if you have specific goals and you're able to hit those objectives now or within the next 5 or 10 years, whatever your time frame is, you'll be much happier. You really will. Because I don't want you to shrink your goals, but I also want you to say, when can I take a breath? Right? Like when is enough enough? So understanding when enough is enough and understanding what your expectations are, what you need to achieve in terms of your finances will just allow you to support then your level of happiness. And for me, I don't necessarily need to hit a specific amount of income beyond what I've already decided is like, this is what's going to support my family, my wife, my 2 girls, etc. Allows for the lifestyle that I'm looking to live. And then what it enables me to do is then work on projects and work on things where I'm not focused on the money. I'm focused on this brings more meaning to the work that I do. So I have to earn an income like every other human being. But then now, okay, good. Now I have the opportunity, the freedom to be able to explore projects that have a lot more meaning, which is meaning like not take on a ton of sponsors for the Cabral Concept podcast, not do things, and promote products that I don't believe in. I only talk about what I love, what I believe in, what I use myself, my own family, right? For my daughters and my private wellness clients. So that's kind of a place that I think we all want to get to. All right. And the 5th one is this. So Carl Jung's 5 pillars of a good life. The 5th one is a philosophical or religious outlook that fosters resilience. And I want to read you just one sentence because I think that this was really powerful. Religious belief has been noted as a strong predictor of finding meaning in life. And spirituality is a positive correlation with better mental health. Both faith and spiritual practice seem protective against depression. Secular philosophies can provide this benefit as well. Okay, what does this mean? That living by a set of principles and beliefs allows you to push through the hard times without those hard times collapsing down on top of you. That's essentially what it means. So if you believe in stoicism or deeply rooted in Carl Jung's philosophies, or you believe in any major religion, if you believe in that and you're focused on it and you believe that your hard work will pay dividends in terms of religion or philosophies, principles, etc., it enables you to have less anxiety, less worry, less overwhelm, and less depression. And I think that that's really important. And it is a major reason of benefit that people get out of religion and organized religion, I guess specifically, would say that there's a higher power, that there's a belief, that there's a focus that you are in God's hands, or you're going to be taken care of, or you're doing things through you, right? Through a higher power. It's a way to look at it that when times are tough in life, that you're going to be able to overcome it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you will get through this. And if not through your own strength, through God's strength or another's strength, the universe is going to lift you up. However you want to frame it is a great way to look at it. And the truth is that study after study shows that sometimes we do need someone else to lean on, and a higher power or principles to live by, or knowing that someone else has been through this can help us out tremendously as well. So I loved reading through these principles. Again, I don't 100% believe in everything that Carl Jung shared. It was also a different time, but I am a big fan of the overall philosophy, living love and living life through a set of principles and beliefs helps every single one of us not only get through the challenging times in life, but also reset and recalibrate our day based on a bad meeting, a bad moment, traffic, difficult conversation, etc. So whenever that happens, don't let the day get away from you. Get back on track. Understand that this is all part of a deeper, bigger purpose that you are living, and that if you just continue to follow the path and work the process every single day, you will get there. It's only a matter of time. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning into the show. I thank you. I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow with a brand new Cabral concept. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.